This is on a bus back from camp, and I'm 13, and so are you. Now, before I left for camp, I imagined it would be just me and 3 or 4 other dudes, running around all summer getting into trouble. But it turned out that it would be just me and one girl. And that's you. And we're still at camp as long as we're on the bus and not back at the pickup point where our parents would be waiting for us. We're still wearing our orange camp t-shirts. We still smell like pine needles. And I like you. And you like me. But I more than like you. I more than like you. But I don't know if you do or don't more than like me. You haven't said, so I haven't been saying anything all summer. Content to enjoy the small miracle of a girl choosing to talk to me. And choosing to talk to me again the next day, and so on. A girl who is smart and funny, and who, if I say something stupid for a laugh, is willing to say something 2 or 3 times as dumb just to make me laugh. but who also gets weird and wise sometimes. In a way I could never be. And a girl who reads books that nobody's assigned to her. A girl whose curly brown hair is a line running through it, and from where she put a tie to hold it up while it was still wet. Back in the real world, we don't go to the same school. And unless one of our families moves to a dramatically different neighborhood, we won't go to the same high school. So this is kind of it for us. And unless I say something. But it might especially be it for us if I actually do say something. The sun is gone down and the bus is quiet. A lot of kids are asleep. We're talking in whispers now about a tree we saw at a rest stop that looks like a kid we know. And then I'm like, can I tell you something? And all of a sudden, I'm telling you, and I keep telling you, and it all comes out of me, and it keeps coming. Your face is there and gone, and there and gone. And it's there. And then it's gone. As we pass underneath the orange lamps that line the sides of the highway. And there's no expression on it. I think after a point I'm just talking to lengthen the time where we live in a world where you haven't said yes or no yet. And regrettably, I end up using the word destiny. I don't remember in what context. It doesn't matter. Before long, I'm out of things to say, and you smile and say, okay. I don't know exactly what you mean by it, but it seems vaguely positive. And I would leave in order not to spoil the moment. But there's nowhere to go because we're on a bus. And I pretend to fall asleep, and before long, I really am. And I wake up. The bus isn't moving anymore. The domed lights that line the center aisle are all on. But then I turn around, and you're not there anymore. Then again, a lot of kids aren't in their seats anymore. Well, we're parked at the pickup point, which is in the parking lot of a Methodist church. And the bus is half empty. But the reality is, you might be in your dad's car by now. Your bags and things piled high in the trunk. The girls in the back of the bus are shrieking and laughing and, taking their sweet time disembarking as I swing my legs out into the aisle to get up off the bus. Just as one of them reaches me. Reaches our row. It used to be our row when we got off. It's Michelle. A girl who got suspended from 3rd grade for a week for throwing rocks at my head. Adolescence is doing her a ton of favors body-wise. And she stops and looks down at me. And she says one word. Destiny. And then her and all the girls behind her start laughing. And then she turns and leads them off the bus. I didn't know you were friends with them. I find my dad in the parking lot, and takes me back to our house, and camp is over. So is summer, even though there's still two weeks until school starts. I'm not saying that this is a story about how girls are evil or how love is bad. I'm saying that this is a story about what I learned. And I'm not saying that this thing is true or not, it's what I learned. I told you something, and it was just for you. And you told everybody. So I learned. I learned. Cut out the middleman. Make it all for everybody. Always. Everybody can't turn around and tell everybody because everybody already knows. I told them. This also means that there isn't a place in my life for you or someone like you. Is it sad? Sure. But it's a sadness I chose. I wish I could say that this was a story about how I got on the bus a boy and got off a man more cynical and hardened and mature and shit. But that's not the truth. Truth is, I got on the bus a boy. And I never got off the bus. I still haven't. Still haven't.